So I know you left me several messages, so I'm going to read all of them. I'm a data scientist. Specifically, I create ML models or algorithms like the one TikTok uses. So you are more familiar with underlying AI tech than you realize. Don't be afraid of AI. AI has been a subject of interest in TV and film for 75 years. Everyone has an association of AI to something, usually robots, but it's way more than that, and it's not a malicious intelligence about to take over your life. The scary stuff you see in podcast clips is all explainable, it's just boring. Why did it do this? Most often, the real answer is because the people that program AI, like me, don't actually realize what the AI needs to complete the tasks we give it, and we are all surprised when it gathers what it needs because we never told it not to do that either. AI is going to revolutionize the way you automate things, use your electronics, but it is not a human intelligence. You are. Believe it or not, a quantum computer. You have the ability to think in multiple dimensions. When we integrate AI with quantum computing, we simply give it the ability to consider something that might both be true and false, like a riddle, so maybe then we can worry. Right now, what an AI does is compile and search data to find patterns that are extremely hard for even the best of us to see. Think about your physician, think about all the medical research and all diagnoses that should have been made last year. None of them do. With an AI assistant, they don't have to. They can get the power of that information almost instantly to combine with their observations of you. AI is going to elevate us, and some people are going to use it to hurt us, just like every other technology leap we have had since we figured out fire. I promise when I see something I think you should worry about, I'll drop my anonymous stuff and tag you in the video. Okay, thank you. So I'm not worried about AI, robots taking us over, even though they say that could that's not what concerns me. What concerns me with all of it is that so let me start. So like healthcare, this is so big in healthcare. It's so big that they don't staff anymore, because their goal is to eventually not to need employees. And yet that's the part that concerns me, especially because I work in psych. So people need others, and as technology advances, we end up falling more under a surveillance state. Okay, and we end up losing more human connection and heart. I think the biggest crisis that the world, but definitely this country has, is that the heart of people is disappearing. And that is the fear I have with AI, because no matter what it can, first of all, the powers that be don't want there to be cures. We always hear how these things, oh, it's going to change your life, and it doesn't. It doesn't. We always hear from many different leaders or science that, oh, we're going to cure cancer. It never materializes because they don't want to. Like, let's face it, they don't want to, because it's a money maker to keep people only, with treatments. So, and fine, there's nothing you can do about that. But now healthcare is at its lowest level I've ever seen it, because the people that are running healthcare are so morally bankrupt that they've disregarded human beings altogether. So, everybody wants to talk about what's going to be, what's going to destroy our species. Will it be robots, ruling over us? Will it be because the birth rate is low, or whatever it is? I'll tell you what will destroy our species, and it's that there's no longer people that care. That is what is the biggest crisis. It is not whatever virus is on the horizon. It's not climate change. It's not robots coming to, control everybody. No, the biggest crisis and danger to our species is the fact that people have disregarded that caring about others, having a heart matters. And technology, as great as everybody says it is, helps to advance further the loss of people having a heart. My industry thinks that the AI models are going to be the ones that have the empathy. They're going to train people to have empathy. Oh, please. And first of all, you really can't teach people empathy. Maybe you can, but a lot of it comes with time. But at least people usually have a heart. And yet we used to long time ago. I mean, it was a long time ago. But it's disappearing. That is the crisis to human beings, is that. And since we don't have people running the hospital systems that care anymore about human beings being involved in the care of patients, so this AI is just garbage to me. You could say it's going to, do all this stuff, but that's what we always hear. And I'm not saying this at you. You left me these nice messages and very helpful to know all that. But that's the problem, is that everybody's only looking at this AI stuff as it's another money maker, because the hospitals, the only way they can keep charging more money is because they bring in more equipment. So that's why they don't want to bring in cures. That's why they just want to keep bringing in all this new revolutionized stuff, whether it's, equipments for surgery or whatever area of medicine it is. The more equipment they bring in, the more, AI, the more they can charge, and that's all they care about. And that is the very people, the very leaders, the executive branch of our leadership in healthcare, and I would say probably many other industries, probably almost all, they don't care anymore. They don't. And they are destroyed. So it doesn't matter to me what AI can do. Because as AI advances, the heart of humanity is being lost. And all the people in Silicon Valley care about is themselves. All Elon Musk cares about is himself and going to Mars, and we don't even know if Mars exists. I mean, if you believe in the Bible, you think God would have mentioned it, but who knows? Maybe it does. But anyway, so it's all this stuff that we're constantly told that we're supposed to get all excited for, and yet it's like, no, people are hurting right now. And people need help, and we have a mental health crisis that continues to get worse, because I think the people that head up mental health want it to just get worse or stay the same, I think AI will just be used as a way to milk more money out of Medicare and Medicaid or the government for the hospital systems, and a way to just cut staff. So they've taken the heart out of care. That's my biggest concern, because that is what will destroy humanity. Our species will cease to exist if we continue to allow technology to take the place of not just take the place of human beings, but act like that human beings don't matter. No, it is the biggest crisis we have in the world, but I don't know about the world, but I would say the world, but this country for sure, is the fact that we have to get back to what makes us human. And what makes us human and separate from the machines is having a heart. Yet there's all these people with all this education, all this science background, and they think they know best. And as we move forward in all their direction all the time, our heart goes away too.